Didn't hear anything. Nah, I lied. I just wanted to get started quickly because I joined when the race started. So we're starting commentary a bit late, but everything's okay. Nothing is unusual besides papert1ger already having a Varia suit. Apparently, that sounds a bit suspicious to me, but we'll ignore that. Obviously, it's just a change color palette, but you know. But yeah, as you can see, we've got a race here between papert1ger and kaiser1123. I guess while we're in series and doing the first part of the game, I'll have to check where both of these runners are in the standings, so you'll have to give me a second to do that. Also want to see what these sick nasty series times are. Kaiser not having the greatest ending. Gonna end up with like a 38.96, where papert1ger ended with a high 42, so only a few seconds apart from each other. Anyways, I was talking about PBs. So, kaiser's PB, he's actually improved by half an hour over the course of the tournament. His PB is a 115 flat, apparently. So congrats to him, that is a lot of time save. Whereas papert1ger is somewhere on this spreadsheet. But maybe he's not. Well, he has a PB somewhere. Oh, there it is. It's a 56.48. He's improved. He has PB'd over the tournament, not by half an hour, of course, but still have seen improvement, which is always nice. We also see him using Moonfall, so that's cool. Moonfall is pretty good. Turns out, in a game with a lot of vertical shafts, falling at uncapped speed is above average usefulness. I don't know. It's pretty good. That's what I'm trying to say here. And you see papert1ger first the morphing ball by about 10 seconds, I want to say. So, of course, he is the favorite in this race, having a PB about close to 20 minutes better, a little bit less than that. So he is going to be expected to have a bit better movement, especially early game, because that's the part of the game where you'll improve the most, just by running as much as you can. So you're gonna see papert1ger have a really clean movement compared to kaiser, most likely, but this is still any percent. Anything could happen. Oh, apparently, I haven't been looking at chat much, but Kaiser PB'd before the race. PB'd by another couple minutes. I mean, that's one of the best things about having a lower, or I guess higher, like a above hour time. You improve so fast just by doing runs. That's my biggest advice for people who are just getting into the game and don't have a great time yet. Just run the game. Like, the more you run the game, the better you get. And until you get like I would say like I don't really know. I guess it would differ for each person, but until you get like a decent above 50 time, you don't really need to practice much. You just need to run the game as much as you can. Anyways, papert1ger has made it, or is about to make it to the bomb Teresa. Gets his bombs about 521, it looks like. Where kaiser actually isn't too far behind. He had or both runners had a bit of a messy climb, so kaiser had a chance to catch up, having a cleaner one. As he gets bombs about 538. Excuse me. So about a 15 second difference. Still nothing too big, but like we said, papert1ger is most likely going to have better movement throughout the race. And you see, having a better BT fight, papert1ger is able to make up, or able to gain even more time over kaiser. So I heard a Discord notification from one of the runners. So shoutouts to whoever DM'd them on Discord, or maybe not necessarily DM'd, but whoever pinged them on Discord. Also a shout out to papert1ger's timer. I love this timer. It's great. So we'll get to see, if you've never seen this timer before, we'll get to see some fun stuff. I guess that depends on your definition of fun, but I think it's fun stuff. Alright, so actually both were runners on the elevator to Brinstar at the same time. So, despite papert1ger having a better BT fight, kaiser is kind of caught up. And papert1ger needs to go for this backup strat to get the mock ball. Or backup mock ball, I guess. And he gets it, no problem. Well, kaiser gets the intended mock ball strat where you jump through the door. And so, once again, makes up a couple seconds. So, this is still fairly close for the time being. So what I believe papert1ger did is he ran a vanilla ROM through the color randomizer on the Varia Rando website. So Samus's suit got recolored, or maybe he just did that with something else. I'm not sure. But I think the color randomizer also randomizes the background, or rather, randomizes Zeba's. You know what I mean. So I'm not sure what he did, but that's how you can do it if you want. And kaiser picks up missiles as papert1ger picks up the charge beam right below him. Get a little bit of a high five there in the little shaft leading to charge beam. Okay, apparently he edited the sprite himself, so shoutouts to papert1ger. I definitely don't know how to do that. Maybe it's easier than I think it is, but that's pretty cool. But yeah, if you want to do it the easy way, and also change the background, you can run it through Varia Randomizer's color randomization. Pretty cool stuff. I don't know if papert1ger picks up Spazer. I think he does. I guess we're about to find out. And it looks like, yeah, by him trying to... Oh, maybe not. I was gonna say, with him trying to be as close to the entrance to the door as possible, he was trying to shoot up as soon as he got through the door and go up to Spazer. But I guess not. And actually, neither is Dark Kaiser. So that's cool. Gonna see a no Spazer run. Or maybe they just pick up Spazer later, who knows. Personally, whenever I run old route, I pick up Spazer on my way to Turian after killing Ridley, just for the memes, but that's probably not a good idea. We won't talk about that, though. So here's another thing that could give Dark Kaiser a bit of time to catch up. If he gets quick kill and papert1ger doesn't, that would be fairly significant in terms of time save. About 15 seconds at the very least. But papert1ger having a really nice quick kill there. The 4 super method, it looked like. And he gets his Varia suit. Not sure what color this is gonna change him into, but we'll see. Oh, he is now blue. I should know this. I've seen papert1ger run with this color palette, but I don't remember it. Yep, he sure blew me away. Thanks. Antinomy. AKA Safi. AKA Blue Dabba-dee Dabba-die. Unfortunately, Dark Kaiser did not quite get the quick kill, and Kraid kind of trolled him by waiting as long as possible to open his mouth. But he actually had a really nice volley of shots there to finish off Kraid. So didn't lose too much time. As my game feed froze. Hold on, I'll have to get that fixed. Okay, I'm back. Not too much interesting happened. I think we saw papert1ger. Yeah, we saw papert1ger pick up the Crady tank. I don't think you should be skipping that basically ever until you're really good at the game. So good on people for not trying to skip it. Although we do have a few people that do in the tournament, so I should definitely props to them for being confident enough to do some of the harder parts of the game with one tank less. But anyways, we are going to see both of our runners here pick up the Kraid tank. papert1ger's timer's freaking out a little bit here, but we'll ignore that. I don't think I've ever actually just seen a straight up shake effect before. I like that. But since papert1ger's picked up all the items over at the high jump area, he is ready to go into Upper North Fair, pick up his key items and Wave Beam and Speed Booster. Not in that order. And then we will see Fantoon. Dark Kaiser looks like he's going for an early Ice Beam. I like this. Early Ice Beam, I kind of miss. Although I normally see people getting it on their way out of their first North Fair visit instead of on their way in. It's still nice, regardless of when you pick it up. papert1ger makes it up the Bubble Mountain. We'll see how Dark Kaiser does this. See if he can get the Mach Ball out. Oh, he's not even gonna attempt it. Doesn't look like. He's just gonna, I assume, just bomb the ceiling. Oh, well, he did an attempt. But he gets the bomb on the ceiling first try. That's actually fairly tricky. So I'm impressed that he managed to do it first try. So yeah, he's going to be continuing over to high jump, of course. Pick up all the items we saw papert1ger do. As papert1ger, meanwhile, is picking up Speed Booster. Turns out it's a fairly good item if you want to go fast. And he's got a bit of a aesthetic Speed Booster effects there. I like that. I like papert1ger's power bomb effects too, but we'll see those shortly. That is true. Getting ice before high jump boots allows him to do that bomb on the ceiling a lot easier. As papert1ger, about to make it to the wave beam, picks up this missile, which is technically a safety, but once again, there's no reason to not pick it up in old route. It doesn't actually save the full item fanfare time, it saves like 4 or 5 seconds. So there's next to no reason to not pick it up, unless you're pushing for like world record old route times. Yeah, there are a couple safeties in old route, but generally it's just so much better to pick them up because they definitely can save you more time than it takes to pick them up. As in, they let you finish the run, which saves you, I would say, about up to an hour. Anyways, papert1ger is leaving Upper North Fair, so we see a nice Bubble Mountain strat there from Dark Kaiser, using the Ice Beam to freeze one of the waivers and make it up Bubble Mountain much easier. It's a pretty nifty strat there. You see it pretty often in new route, but generally you don't have ice here in old route, so it's less popular, but still a cool strat. Yeah, that is also true. Old route world record does skip high jump missiles because it's a lot easier, or not a lot easier, but a lot faster to skip. Either way, don't skip missiles unless you think, or unless you're really good. Like, really, really good, not just really good. As papert1ger on his way up Red Tower. Dark Kaiser, meanwhile, on his way towards Wave Beam after picking up speed. So you can. He should have a lot better movement, and he is definitely showing it here. Which, of course, that's nothing against Dark Kaiser. He is a less experienced runner. We certainly expect papert1ger to be doing better, but he is not disappointing. But there are still a lot of sketchy parts that papert1ger could either die or lose a lot of time on. Nice damage boost there as he gets his power bombs. Like I was talking about, he's got pretty cool power bomb effects with this palette swap. And we will see that shortly. Oh yeah, look at that. I love it. It's so nice. Anyways, papert1ger gonna be heading up to the wrecked ship. Gonna do his Phantoon fight. I assume he's doing X Factor strats since he has just Wave Beam, but he could be doing Dopplers. I don't know. Ooh, unfortunately, doesn't quite get the spark. He's got it this time, though. Hits the spark over the moat, and now we see the second spark over the ocean. It looks like he actually does the health-conserving spark, jumping as far as he could before doing the spark and bonking on that little lowered ceiling there so you don't spark all the way across and lose less health. So yeah, papert1ger is going to be pretty healthy going into this fight, which I like to see. I like to see runners being as safe as they can. Meanwhile, Dark Kaiser is making his way to Red Tower. He is at Red Tower, I should say. And he will have a bit of an easier time making it up with Ice Beam, so he will save a bit of time there, for whatever that's worth. And looks like papert1ger missed the... or Phantoon gave him an awkward pattern. I'm very surprised all of those X particles hit. But papert1ger is gonna be pretty good, pretty well off since those all hit. We'll see if he does a second X Factor or just does the hybrid strat where you do a mini Doppler here. I think he needs like a 4-missile Doppler with this though. He must have thought so too, because he didn't quite finish off Phantoon. But if I counted right, Phantoon should be a couple missiles and a super from death. And by a couple, I mean, I think he's just a missile and a super, but we will see. Maybe papert1ger didn't hit all the X Factor particles, so he needed a few more. Anyways, Dark Kaiser picks up his power bombs. Once again, the Ice Beam helping him out a good amount here, since he doesn't need to do the damage boost. Oh, I was right. papert1ger just needed to shoot a super. See? I'm not crazy. You're crazy. Anyways, papert1ger having a pretty nice Phantoon fight, all things considered. As you see him pick up the second super pack of the run. It's pretty good, pretty nice item. It's literally just right there, and you just kind of go in the room and get it. Dark Kaiser setting up for this spark here. Ooh, that's gonna pick up Mo Missile for sure. He's a bit low. More than a bit low, but it's alright. Everything is fine. As he also gets the spark across the ocean. papert1ger, I don't know what happened to his health, but I guess he took a lot of damage on Phantoon and didn't get a lot of health drops, but he is looking not fantastic. Luckily for him, there's some nice places to farm before he has to do... insert room name here, bowling. That's what it's called. Yeah, you see, there's a lot of enemies in here, and they drop health, usually. Well, I wouldn't say usually, but they have a pretty high chance. They didn't actually get that much, but he can take 3 hits from these spikes, which should be enough. Oh, no, he wants to farm some more. Yeah, alright, now he can take 4 hits from the spikes, which should be enough, although papert1ger still wants to be extra super safe, just in case. And it looks like Dark Kaiser is just going to use missile strats on Phantoon. You can usually... Ooh, papert1ger actually going for the spark. That's nice to see. Oh, did not quite get it. He'll be okay though, he farmed a lot of health. But if you're gonna fight Phantoon with missiles and without Dopplers, generally you can fit in 3 rounds of 2 missiles for each round. So you can have a pretty safe 4 round if that's the method you want to go for. Where you don't want to just spam missiles as soon as you can, like Dark Kaiser is. Where he's only getting 3 missiles. You can at least get 2 rounds of 2 and then another volley in, which you can usually get 2 missiles even without doing any Dopplers before Phantoon disappears. So that would cut down your total Phantoon time in about half, since you'd be able to do it twice as fast, or twice as many missiles per round, I should say. Anyways, papert1ger gonna pick up his gravity suit at 2 Omega 30. I'm not sure how much health Phantoon has, but he is not looking very healthy at the moment. I imagine just a couple more missiles and a super will do the trick for Dark Kaiser. I guess papert1ger is still purple with that skin. Alright, Phantoon was dead, he just needed a super. Or rather, he was dead to the super, more accurately. And so, Dark Kaiser has made it through Phantoon. He's got pretty nice ammo exiting the fight, for whatever that's worth. By pretty good, I mean basically full supers and power bombs, which I'm a little bit jealous, not gonna lie. I never get that good RNG. He's actually doing the new route strat to powerbomb away those blocks. It's a little bit less useful with Wave Beam in old route, but, you know, it's still viable, especially since Dark Kaiser has so many PBs available. We actually see papert1ger still not confident in his health after needing to damage his way across bowling. Gonna pick up the Sloater's refill. That refill at the bottom of Red Tower. Actually, if I remember correctly, it used to be just part of the route. You would pick up 3 E-tanks before, or you wouldn't pick up Botwoon E-tank, you'd pick up the Crate tank and High Jump and Terminator, obviously, and then instead of picking up Botwoon tank, you would just take that refill before entering Meridia. I might be wrong on that, but I believe that was the route at one point. Somebody who knows more about the early days of SM speedrunning can probably tell me if I'm just making that up. papert1ger gets a nice spark up Mount Everest, as he is about to be at Botwoon. Dark Kaiser, his health is looking much better than papert1ger's was entering the bowling alley. papert1ger? Oh, that was actually almost sick. It's like, is he just X-factoring the wrong hole? But no, he was just doing a fancy schmancy strat that I believe it was founded by Cutie, where you use 2 X-factors and 4 supers to kill Boss Moon. Unfortunately, he was just a little bit off. I'm not really sure the technical aspect of that strat, so I can't tell you what he did wrong, but he was not quite on target. Anyways, Dark Kaiser gonna pick up his gravity suit as well. While papert1ger picks up his 4th E-tank of the run. Doesn't look like papert1ger went for the full halfie or the normal halfie, and if he did not quite get the wall jumps. Anyways, he is on his way to Dragon, while Dark Kaiser is... he's got a bit of a low super missile count. I saw that thinking emoji on papert1ger's timer and I kind of got distracted, but yeah, Dark Kaiser is not great on supers. I would have liked to see him farm the Keck attacks at the top of Red Tower, but I assume he's not going for X-Factor strats on Batoon anyways, so it's not as bad. Looks like papert1ger is doing Dragon without the X-Factor, just gonna go for Sparks. It is technically possible to kill Dragon with just 3 Sparks, but it's a very precise. You have to be, basically all of your Sparks have to be perfect. Or at least very close to perfect. papert1ger gonna get Dragon low with some ammo. And this next spark, if it's a good spark, ooh, he doesn't quite get the short charge there, but once he gets his next spark, it should kill Dragon. There he goes. Oh no, okay, he's fine. Took a bit of chain damage there, but he's alright. Everything is A-okay. As Dark Kaiser is also making his way into Meridia. Looks like he farmed super missiles somewhere. Not sure where he got so many, though. I wasn't looking. But regardless, he has a good amount of supers to his name, and so that will speed up the catchy little thing there from papert1ger. But he makes it. He gets the reverse full halfie, and Dark Kaiser is on his way to Batoon. We'll see if he picks up any extra ammo. I guess he's not going for crab supers, but he could pick up, say, aqueduct or beach supers if he so desires. Oh, did he just farm a bunch in Hellway? Okay. Yeah, you see Dark Kaiser gonna farm, or not farm, pick up a couple extra ammo packs up here in Aqueduct. There's a nice little spot here. You can get a missile and a super missile, and it's not too far out of the way. All in all, a pretty good little safety spot if you want some more ammo for your Batoon fight. So we'll see how this goes. Like I said, he's not going to be using X Factors since he still has Ice Beam equipped. But he has a lot of ammo to finish off boss wounds, so if all of it connects, he can still have a fairly fast fight. As papert1ger picks up his Plasma Beam. I actually thought Crab Supers was faster, but I'm not an expert on faster item pickups, so I'll take chat's word for it. Ooh, Dark Kaiser not hitting a lot of those supers. Just gonna start using his missiles here. So for that pattern, where Batoon like kind of swings wide and comes at you at a like downward angle into that top left hole, you can actually just stand in the corner and hit him with ammo. Angling up, you actually generally hit everything from that position. Once again, just a little bit of advice for anyone starting off this fight and maybe not comfortable with the X Factors yet. But Dark Kaiser gets his Batoon kill. papert1ger is a bit low on health, but he should be okay. Worst case, he can just take the refill at the bottom of Upper Norfair. If that is a something that he fancies. But anyways, he is on his way, refill or not, to Lower Norfair. We are going to see him... Oops, I just closed Twitch chat. I'm sad now. But we are going to see him pick up Ice Beam, since he hasn't done that yet. God. Dark Kaiser was farming, and I opened the stream to get my chat window back up, and I just hear double farming sounds. That was something else. It was like perfectly layered, so it was like the farming strats on the stream were right in the little gaps of the farming sounds on the restream. That was kind of goofy. But anyways, I'm back. As Dark Kaiser jumps his way across the thing, the Coliseum, as papert1ger picked up his Ice Beam and is going the southern route down to Lower Norfair. This, of course, allows him to pick up the refill, but it does cost you a power bomb, which can be, if you aren't comfortable with fast pillars, can be a little bit harmful. Or rather, if you go for fast pillars but aren't comfortable with it. I'm speaking from experience there because I'm not very good at fast pillars. And yeah, papert1ger is going to take the refill before entering LN. As Dark Kaiser enters the Dragon boss room. I always thought this room was kind of weird. It's got like boxes at the top of the room, and I have no idea what those are for, but I don't really know. I guess you would call this like a storage room or something. I digress. Anyways, I saw in chat someone was asking what the runner's PBs were. Dark Kaiser's PB is a 113, whereas papert1ger's is a high 56. Ooh, Dark Kaiser not getting a good opening on Dragon. Gets to pump her full of supers here. Got a 5 or 6 in, I believe. And does get a spark on Dragon. I am gonna go ahead and switch audio to papert1ger because, oh, never mind, I can't. Forget I said anything. Not sure how papert1ger ended up with 4 power bombs. Generally, it takes 2 power bombs to get through that room, but he has more than 3. Okay, sure. That's what I get for not looking. Ooh, Dark Kaiser has almost finished off Dragon, but unfortunately gets grabbed there. So, gonna need an extra spark here. This should finish him off. No, not quite, really? I am very surprised Dragon is still alive. But these missiles... Oh no, he actually got grabbed by one of the goos before laying the power bomb. That's really unfortunate. Dragon was 1 missile from death. Alright, well, Dragon is down now. Yeah, I guess they would transport Metroids in the boxes. Not sure why there's just a bunch of boxes in this room, though. Not really sure what its purpose is, besides being a boss room. There's actually fairly similar boxes in the background of, like, Mount Everest, if you look. They're kind of dulled, but if you look closely, you can see them. We will get to visit Mount Everest at least one more time here, assuming one of the runners finishes. So I'll point it out if I remember. And papert1ger gonna probably need to reset this room. Oh, no, he's fine. But did not quite get the spark kill on the metal pirates. Boxes are just put in the attic for the next time you move. I don't really know. I wouldn't really call that room an attic, though. For starters, it's underwater. I don't know if that's a great place for storage. Yep. There's the definitive answer right there. Those boxes are from the TVs in the pirates' room. Those are how they were shipped to Zebes. I believe it. papert1ger on his Ridley fight, but he's got plenty of health, and Ridley has less than plenty of health at this point, so not too worried. Yeah, it looks like the fight is halfway over, I believe. As Dark Kaiser is once again farming to full ammo here. I don't know if I necessarily agree with him farming to full all the time, but, you know, it could be just a mental thing where having full everything makes you feel stronger and therefore go faster, so I'm not gonna criticize him for that. As papert1ger gonna finish off this fight with super missiles and gets a pretty fast Ridley grab, so he is gonna be done with all 4 bosses. We'll see if he picks up the Ridley E-Tank, and he is going to. Yep, chat put it better than I could. Sometimes you just need to feel fast. Anyways, Dark Kaiser is going to pick up his plasma beam here. And so we actually might see a high 5 here, depending on how fast Dark Kaiser gets to Norfair. We might see a high 5 here in Upper Norfair. So, you know I'm all about the high 5s. As a somewhat of a high 5 enthusiast, if you will. I actually hold a world record for high 5s made by a single person with the username TGDerp. It's a very prestigious award. I don't plan on losing that record anytime soon. Or I guess prestigious is how you're supposed to pronounce it. I don't know. Is it prestigious or prestigious? Because I think both are correct. Sorry for maybe not being the most on focus or on topic commentary, but papert1ger picked up the Ridley tank, so he's got plenty of health for this escape. And Dark Kaiser farmed to full, so he's got plenty of health. There's not a lot of intense action going on at the moment. It's not prejudice. Come on, Seffi. That's not what I meant at all. papert1ger does need to be a bit careful here, but he makes it up. Takes a couple hits from that last pirate, or that last key hunter. But he's okay. Alright, so Google says it's either prestigious or prestigious. So I'm gonna continue saying prestigious because that's how I've said it. I mostly bring this up because I was recently informed that the word cache, like C-A-C-H-E, is, in fact, the E is silent. I was not aware of that for a long time. But we won't talk about that. Yeah, exactly, cache. Anyways, we unfortunately did not quite see a high five here in Upper Norfair, as Dark Kaiser was just too fast. Or maybe we did, and I just didn't see it. But I don't think so. Alright, they were in the same room. I'll count it. It's an audible high five. That's close enough. Spend some cachet at target. That's what I like to hear. And yeah, I guess you didn't really see it in Mount Everest, but there are stacked boxes in the background. I don't know if those are supposed to be stacked boxes. Maybe those are just pillars with a similar texture. But, you know, if you can't tell already, I'm not exactly the person to go to for Super Metroid lore. So maybe don't listen to anything I say. So Dark Kaiser is actually going to be picking up the screw attack here. Gets a nice second or third try gate glitch pretty quick. And so Screw Attack will help him a lot in Lower Norfair. I actually really like this item. I'm a fan. I know Chabo actually picked up Screw Attack for a long time in his any percent runs, which shoutouts to Chabo, by the way. Really good runner. He couldn't actually participate in the tournament because he got a sub 50 like the day before the tournament was announced. But he actually got that sub 50 with Spazer and Early Ice, just to say he could get a sub 50 with all the safeties. So he's a pretty good runner. Shoutouts to him. Also did a lot of work with the auto splitter, I believe. Yeah, maybe they're just towers, or maybe, I guess pillars would be a better way to put it. Obelisks, what I actually read. Anyways, papert1ger, gonna be making it to G4. He has killed all of the bosses. Meanwhile, Dark Kaiser's on his way to Ridley. I think he's on, like, really good pace, I think. Not totally sure. But this seems fairly good, because he's not as behind papert1ger. Well, he's not 20 minutes behind, is what I'm trying to say here. That is also true. papert1ger is also on good pace. I don't think it's PB pace, but it's... What would you say? About a 57-ish? That's actually fairly close to PB. 58-ish, maybe? Not sure. Depends on how clean his Turian rooms are. Chat freaking out over Pepe's timer saying 69. You guys are just too classy. I don't know what I would do without you guys. A 69er. I am gonna pretend I didn't read that. And papert1ger, he doesn't have a lot of supers. Wait, papert1ger, no, don't do that. No, I'm getting PTSD. I've done this. You can't. Oh, never mind. He's trying to refarm this room, but unfortunately, he farmed all of the Metroids, so he can't actually refarm this room. So he's just gonna have to missile all of the doors here, leading up to Mother Brain. Not too bad. He can still finish the game. Like that, he is still okay, but this makes things a little bit awkward. Anyways, papert1ger not going to go for the baby skip. He needs to go refill anyways, since he needs to refill his missiles at some point. But, you know, could have got the baby skip for swag, but maybe isn't comfortable with it. I'm not actually sure. Either way, didn't go for it. Alright, yeah, don't use a super missile. That would be not good. He's actually fine if he just missiles this eye door here and then goes back and refills. He'll have enough ammo to finish. I would much prefer that over trying to shoot the next door. Yeah, he's gonna be fine. Dark Kaiser in the meantime fighting Ridley. Not having a great fight. Interestingly, using all of his ammo before switching to charge beam. I don't necessarily agree with that one. Your charge beam does a lot of damage, but you know, once again, whatever makes you feel like you're going faster will often make you go faster. Just a mental thing. He needs to stop taking damage from Ridley. I'm getting a little bit scared here. Monk ass, dude. Luckily, he has screw attack, so only Ridley's tail will actually damage him. If he's in the screw attack, I should say. Oh, man. Alright, so papert1ger is going to take a safety save after missing the first try-Zeb skip. I like this. He could theoretically softlock at Mother Brain 1. He might have a little bit less ammo than he's necessarily used to. So, picking up this extra save just in case things go south is fine. And Ridley is dead for Dark Kaiser. I was a little bit scared there, but he made it work. And we are gonna see him pick up a 60 tank here, below Ridley. Alright, papert1ger can't miss a single super here. And he's gonna be fine. Nice. Not bad. So it is 18 missiles and 6 supers to kill Mother Brain 1, including breaking the tube. Or more commonly, 15 missiles and 7 supers, but unfortunately he did not have 7 due to unfortunate situations involving Metroids not dropping anything. So this Mother Brain fight is going to be 20 shots. I haven't been counting. Hopefully papert1ger has. But usually once you see that catch up, he's about, or she's about dead. It is in fact Mother Brain and not Mother Brain. But I don't think she's actually a mother. Call me crazy, but I'm not convinced. I don't know how because for most of her life she's just a head. I think the body is just like an emergency, like a combat suit almost. I could be wrong though, but either way that would make it difficult to become a mother. But I should probably stop talking about this. There are children here. I'm not shaming your body. I'm saying it's probably not a real body. Come on, bruh. I mean, if you really think about it, everyone's body is just a combat suit for your brain. It's just you don't have to use it like that. You can be above such primal instincts, such as beating people up for no reason. She used midichlorians to create Ridley in the Space Pirates. That's what I'm keeping that. That's my headcanon now. I hope you know what you've done, chat. Anyways, papert1ger on to Mother Brain 3. Gonna finish off Mother Brain, combat suit and all. Hopefully, he's taking a lot of damage here. He should be okay though. I was scared he was gonna accidentally damage boost backwards into Mother Brain, and that would have gone poorly, but he's okay. I hope. papert1ger, don't be silly. Alright, he's a bit low health, but he'll be fine. He has enough health to do the spark up the climb. And so he should be finishing with about I would say like a 59 flat-ish, 59 OX. That's about 2 minutes behind his PB, which, considering the unfortunate Turian, is pretty good, honestly, for a race. Luckily, it doesn't get Leodoxed in the Leodox room. Shoutouts to Leodox, by the way. I saw him actually running any % for the first time in a while, a couple days ago. So, we'll see. Of course, he is a little bit better than us mortal beings, but we'll see how far he can push any %. And papert1ger, he's real close. We'll see, can he get a sub 59? I don't think so. Yeah, not quite. It's gonna be... Well, now I can't tell because his timer is counting the wrong way. Alright, looks like he finishes with an official time of 59 minutes and 3 seconds in first place. GG to papert1ger. Go and mark him finished real quick. We'll see if he decides to join for an interview. So, although Dark Kaiser is going to be finishing in second, he is on really good pace, I think. Like, his PB is a 113, like a mid 113-ish. He's on, like, 109 pace here. Oh, hey, it's papert1ger, I think.
Hello there, derp.
hello. Congrats on finishing in first place. How are you feeling about that run?
It was a bit stressful, but I'm happy I didn't die. That's pretty much. Yeah, like I don't know. It's kind of a couple minutes off what I should be doing, really. But like races are always super different, and there's all kinds of different stresses in there.
Yeah, well, like I was saying earlier, being a couple minutes off your PB time, because your PB's like a high 56, right?
Yeah, it's like a 56-40 something.
Yeah, I was gonna say being just a couple minutes off of that time, with considering how sketchy Turian went, is still really good for a race, I would say. So
Yeah,
I'd
I
say
was like,
congrats to that.
for Torian, I was like, I've got so many supers that I don't need to like group them up, because occasionally like I just completely flub the bombs and die. So I was like, oh, I just super everything, and then like nothing drops supers, and then I forgot that if you kill all of the Metroids in the last room, that they don't respawn.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I just farm it again, and then they weren't there, and I was like, oh, well, okay.
Luckily, you still had enough to finish, so
Yeah,
it was all good.
just about. But yeah, like it wasn't a terrible run at all.
No, absolutely not. Meanwhile, Dark Kaiser, who unfortunately is finishing behind you, but he's actually on PB pace, I believe. I'm not sure how good his Turian is in PB, but he's definitely having a really good run as well.
His PB is like a 115 something, right?
Apparently, he PB'd recently before the race, so it's about a 113,
Oh, nice.
or so I'm told.
I
But
mean,
either way,
still,
he is on pace to beat it.
like really on pace.
Yeah.
He gets screw as well. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I actually really like screw attack as a safety, even though not a lot of people do it. It's a pretty nice item.
Yeah, no, Doctor Extreme gets it as well, and she uses it really well in low and warfare, especially.
Dark Kaiser also kind of got trolled with the super drops. Just didn't get any drops in the last room. He's okay though.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it all.
Oh, that's good. Is there anything that stands out to you in your run?
Yeah, that's the first time I've messed up Decold's Botwoon X Factor setup in a race ever.
Is that the first time you've gone for it in a race?
No, I go for it every time.
Oh man, actually.
It's usually like super consistent, but I think I just moved at the wrong time. There's the one part of feel in that setup is when to move to the left. And I think I went at the wrong time, so.
No, like I said, I don't know a lot about the strat, so I can't. I'm not really sure what to say about it. But if you're consistent at it, definitely congrats. It's pretty cool.
I'd say it's like a kind of 4 times out of 5 kind of thing, which for me is super consistent because I'm just not very consistent at anything in this game.
Yeah, 4 out of 5. That's pretty good. That's a B in most schools.
It's just a solid B. And I got the speedball out of Wasteland, and anytime I get that, I'm happy.
Oh yeah, that's a fun strat to get for sure.
But yeah, thank you very much for commentating this one.
No problem.
I will definitely be watching it back.
Alright, yeah. So if you haven't already, be sure to give a follow to papert1ger. He's a pretty good runner. Actually, one of the few runners to complete low percent chargeless, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, and I'm actually going to do some of that straight after this, so we're going to go for it again.
Yeah, so if you want to see something you maybe haven't seen before, then be sure to give him a follow and check him out once the stream or once the race is over. But of course, first we got to see Dark Kaiser finish. That is important. And he's having a bit of trouble with sub skip. Ooh, not quite.
Nah, Zerb Skip's the worst.
Zebskip is the worst, though. Like, no meme.
No, I was being serious. Like, it's sort of you get it all the time, and then suddenly you just stop being able to do it. And there's no reason why. It just seems to not work anymore.
Chat, stop saying I shamed Mother Brain for her body. I never did that. That's fake news. Alternative facts, I say. So Dark Kaiser's problem here is he's freezing the second Rinka that he needs to use to get the iframes to do the trick. I think that's his biggest problem here. This looks good though. Maybe? There he goes. Okay, Dark Kaiser's through. So I think this is still PB pace, assuming that he gets a good Mother Brain fight. He's got plenty of missiles, so I'm not worried about him soft locking.
Oh yeah, and another like kind of all the negatives stand out kind of thing. That Mother Brain 3 was kind of like one of the worst ones I've ever done. I was like,
yeah, I was a little bit worried.
On 5 tanks, nearly dying. You're like, cool.
Yeah, but it worked out. Everything went okay. Yeah, exactly, chat. If Mother Brain is not female, then it would be Father Brain, right? Come on.
True story.
I don't know. What are your thoughts on Mother Brain, just as a character? Ooh, Dark Kaiser needs to be a bit careful. Narrowly dodging the catch-up.
She's a good final boss.
Ooh, he actually takes a hit from the catch-up, but luckily he has enough health to survive. And yeah, Mother Brain 1 is down for him. Or Mother Brain 2, I should say. And like I said, I think this is PD pace still.
None of the other bosses can like one-shot you under normal circumstances, so like having the last boss be able to do that is kind of cool.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you aren't technically supposed to get one shot. Like, it's just because we're so cool and don't pick up anything, the game doesn't realize it's just gonna straight up kill us.
I mean, that is true too.
But regardless, it is definitely a cool ending where you can just die if you make a mistake. Or if you're playing the game normally and have a lot of health, it's still a pretty nice cinematic boss. Not really a hard boss, but definitely cool.
Yeah, it's important to have like tension, I reckon, at the end of the run. Otherwise it's kind of an anticlimax, you know?
Yeah. That's why low percent that isn't low percent chargeless runs are so cool to watch, because Mother Brain lasts so long and you don't get any extra energy.
You're saying low chargeless isn't cool?
Oh no, well, it's cool for different reasons. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I already made a promise to you that I would run low percent chargeless at some point. I still need to do that. Maybe over the summer, I will get on that.
Yeah, Cloud9 Mitchell has also finished a run, but like didn't record it. So our numbers are growing. It's awesome.
Yeah, for sure. I like the category. That's pretty cool.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna head out here.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
With your future endeavors.
Thank you very much. Cool. Hope to see you soon. Thanks for commentating.
No problem.
Bye.
All right. Now we can focus on the real man of the hour here, Dark Kaiser. He paused. Oh, he's turning through attack back on. Okay. There's a fun fact for you. Not a lot of people pause during the ending sequence, excuse me. But you actually have Hyper Beam equipped in the menu. It's kind of cool. Yeah, and he is, like I said, he's probably gonna PB by about 2 minutes here. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah. So definitely, I don't want to say anything too early. It is technically possible for him to lose 2 minutes and 2.5 minutes and die to escape, but this is looking like a pretty nice PB in a race, no less. I always get confused when I see RetroArch menus because they look like the PS4 menu. It's like, how are you playing this on a PS4? That's actually cheating. But nonetheless, we're gonna just don't look at the top left. There might be some not nice words here. But Dark Kaiser gonna finish with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 29 seconds. That is a race PB by over 15 minutes, and judging by his timer, that is a real PB by about 2. So definitely big congrats to Dark Kaiser. So we'll see if he wants to join for a quick interview. I don't have a lot of time personally, but we'll see. He's already in the speed gaming Discord, so maybe. Yeah, either way. Regardless, be sure to follow both of our runners. There's a command in chat for it, I believe. Yeah, it's that. Follow both of our runners. Of course, papert1ger gonna be doing some cool stuff later in the run, or later in the day, I should say. And of course, Dark Kaiser. Maybe a newer runner, but it's always fun to see new runners improve, I'd say. It's really fun because you improve so fast just starting out. So, like I said, the more runs you see a new runner do, the better they'll get, just in general. So, I don't know. I like it. It's fun. I mean, you can follow me if you want. I'm here. I exist. But, you know, kind of a loser. You know. Still not sure if he's gonna be joining us for an interview, though. Alright, I guess we are. So until then, we'll just have to wait for a few moments till he can join the thing. I don't think you want to hear me do karaoke. That sounds like a very bad idea. Alright, thanks for showing up. Chat was about to make me sing, and I don't think you want to hear me sing. Anyways, congrats on the new PB, Kaiser, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I PB'd by 2 minutes and 14 seconds.
Yeah, so GG, how you feeling about that one?
Pretty good. I was actually able to finish this time and do Zeb skip. I've been practicing Zeb skip a lot.
Yeah, took a couple tries, but definitely nice to see you get that. That's actually a deceptively tricky little move there, since you see a lot of the top runners get it so consistently. It's still pretty hard.
Yeah, it's just all finding that sweet spot I find when you get hit, when you jump into the Zebetite.
Yeah. So, how you feeling about the rest of the run? Anything that stood out to you?
Um, trying to think. I think
That's
I did.
fine.
I did pretty good overall. It's just a couple of things I could do differently, probably.
Yeah, I think we all feel that sometimes. Yeah, if you want your message, talking to chat, if you want your message displayed here on the Speed Gaming restream, you can go in papert1ger's chat and send your memes real quick before we end. Yeah. Anything else you want to say? Any closing words? Anything you want to say to your fans, if you will?
I'd just like to thank everyone for watching, you guys for commentating, and Speed Games for doing all this. It's crazy to learn all this stuff and to actually take part in it. It feels good. And I'd like to thank the chatters for watching and cheering us on.
Yeah, big shout out to Speed Gaming. I like what they do. I'm a fan. But, So, if that's all, then I think that's gonna do it for us here. So, once again, be sure to follow all of the people involved. Not totally sure who's doing Restream, but whoever he is, he's cool. So, even if you can't follow him, just know he's a cool guy. And of course, the runners and me, maybe. And so, yeah. That's gonna do it for us today. I've got some places to be in like 10 minutes. So, without further ado, we will see you next mission.